Shout out to our friends over at Boston Pizza. Here is your lineup report brought to you by BPs. We'll give this to you kind of as best as we can because Chris Knobloch basically said he's not disclosing very much.
Playoff gamemanship, right?
So
you heard like the air traffic controllers try to divert the plane. You know, like everyone's doing their part.
We have that clip actually. We'll play it in a little bit. But here's a nice little rundown from our pal DMB from The Athletic. Perry's expected to draw in. Carrick was on the ice late, likely out. I do think that's actually a pretty important nugget. CC off early. Possible he's back in. Sounds like Broberg and Desharnais are in. If Nurse plays, could be 11-7. Kane status unclear, but is less likely to play in an 11-7. Derek Ryan likely in for Carrick if it's 12-6. So again, a lot of speculation here. DMB joke clear as mud. He says in a lineup with 11 forwards and Perry in, 3 forwards from game 2 have to come out. Carrick and 2 more. So it would likely be Carrick. It would be Evander Kane, and I guess the third one would be... No, you wouldn't need... You would just need 2. It'd be Carrick and 1 more, I think, because you could run McDavid with Nugent-Hopkins, that's 3. McLeod with Draisaitl and Holloway, that's 6. Janmark with Henrique and Connor Brown, that is 9. And then your fourth line could be Fogle and Corey Perry, and you're good.
Mm-hmm.
And those would be your 11. So I actually, after reading that from DMB, who obviously is right in the thick of things down there with the guys at the arena, I think this looks like we're lining up to 11-7. Zach was out during the Oilers practice. Here's what he reported on for the line combos tonight. And again, this leans me towards thinking it's 11-7. Just when you see the way the wing pairs are structured, you would have Fogle and Perry as that quote unquote fourth line. And I honestly think they would basically only be used for offensive zone draws as a way to sneak out McDavid and Draisaitl. And that would be it. They'll probably only play 8 or 9 minutes tonight, but it'll be selective and it'll be with the big guns more than 100%. Anything. So it's unfortunate that the Oilers are running into these injuries. No one feels sorry for you. I mean, you got to find a way to get through it. The Florida Panthers, 100% healthy, but they'd be the first team to sit there and go, look at us last year, right? So Chris Knobloch, this from Friedman on tonight's lineup quote, you're going to have to wait and find out. Friedman adds there's more concern about Kane's health than Nurse. So again, that kind of answers our question of what they could do. Evander Kane's been playing through that for 6 weeks. And if it's just starting to give out.
Yeah. Well, and getting worse by the game, right? That's something that needs to get dealt with. And if he gets it dealt with, then he can't play. So it's a vicious circle, as I like to say.
Yeah, it is.
Who are they? I don't know.
All right, we're going to keep cruising along on the show. The Florida Panthers lineup, I guess I can give that to you really quickly here. Just on the flip side of things, Alexander Barkov centering Evan Rodriguez and Sam Reinhart.
I like how they're saying Rodriguez is depth scoring. He's their first line.
I know. I kind of wanted to say something, but then I didn't. Sam Bennett with Carter Verhaeghe and Matt Tkachuk. Anton Lundell with Eetu Luostarinen and Vladimir Tarasenko. Tarasenko and Barkov both didn't skate yesterday. Today, so they're expected to be fully ready to go in this one. The fourth is Kevin Stenlund with Nick Cousins and Steven Lorenz, so a little swap there on the line. Gustav Forsling with Aaron Ekblad, Nico Mikkola with Brandon Montour, Oliver Ekman-Larsson with Dmitry Kulikov. A big advantage again for the Oilers just with that top end skill is going to be finding them the right matchups, which again 11-7 will allow you to pick your spots a little bit better with the matchups in this hockey game, because I think you want Connor and Leon out there against OEL and Kulikov as much as you can, and you want Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl out there against that fourth line tonight more than anything too. So chance to get some lineup mismatches, which is going to be a massive key.
Yep. That's the name of the game.
Yeah. All right, is our boy Liam ready to go? Liam, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to pop on down there. Okay, he's waving. Let's get out to Liam, who's live at the rink. It is brought to you by Fountain Tire. Our coverage of the final is presented by Fountain Tire, and they are more than just tires. They offer a wide range of auto repair services from their expert mechanics. Visit fountaintire.com to see all the mechanical services that they offer. Liam is out at the arena helping us get things set up for Frank and Jason, and now he joins us to give us his take on what's going to go down tonight. Liam, how are you enjoying standing high up in Rogers Place? You're muted. Please unmute yourself.
That's the first rule of radio and television.
Who is this? Who's on this production team right now? Oh,
it's
just
you.
Me. Okay, It's just me. Yes, I am. It's very cold, but I am happy to be here. They're doing the Zamboni right now, and they're putting out the pom-poms for the game, so things are gearing up for tonight.
How many people do they have working on that pom-pom task? I've always wondered that.
Well, I can see there's one lady right there. I think I've seen 4 or 5.
That's
So
still a
it's a bit
lot.
of a
Like,
yeah.
So that's like 4,000 to 5,000 seats per person.
yeah.
So what is your
Yeah.
pom-pom per seat per minute? How long does it take you to bang out a row?
Well, this lady that's been doing it next to me in, I believe that would be the Sportsnet Lounge, has been doing it since the start of the Jason Demers hit. And there's probably about 30 seats in that section. Probably more than that, actually, maybe like 50, 60, but
Oh,
a while.
So what would that be? Pom-poms per minute? What's her PPPM?
PPPPPPPM?
What did you, anything stand out for you in our conversations? I know you were standing there while Demers and Frank did their hits, but what do you want to see from the Oil tonight?
Goals would be nice. I think the power play obviously is where they need to find it, but I'm just curious to see what the refs are going to be like tonight. Do they want to be involved in the game like they were in game 2, or is it similar to game 1 where it was like probably a bit more legit calls, not as involved? Everything that was called seemed fair. So, but the Oilers just need to find the game at 5-on-5. We all saw that video going around of Connor McDavid trying to get through the Panthers defense, and there was no gaps in that wall. So it's about the Oilers just trying to find that 5-on-5 game, and I think that can come from momentum from the power play.
Would you go 11-7 tonight?
I don't think they have much of a choice if Darnell Nurse isn't 100% healthy and Kane isn't playing. So it makes sense having Cody Ceci back there for the experience, especially like we can all say what we want about Cody Ceci, but he is part of that penalty kill that's been excellent the entire run. So I think it'll be good to have him in for that. And then with that too, you allow Connor McDavid and Draisaitl to kind of interchange within the lineup wherever you need them. And Frank said it right, like the depth hasn't been here for this team, especially in the series so far. So maybe that's what helps get guys like McLeod going and Holloway and whoever else down the lineup. And too, like you look at guys like Yaremchuk and Brown, who have both been really good in this series so far, like drawing penalties, doing well on the penalty kill, 5-on-5 creating chances. Obviously, Yaremchuk had his goal disallowed in game 1. If they get a guy like McDavid and Draisaitl between them, maybe they're able to create even more offense from it and just more effort from that too. So I would go 11-7, although it's obviously something that Knobloch's not been doing ever. I think he never done it right because Kemp played as a forward, but tonight just seems out of necessity.
Yeah, Island Tony is in. He says bring in CC, but go 12-6 and fully take Darnell Nurse out of the lineup. I think if you can get 10 out of Darnell Nurse, you try to get 10 out of Darnell Nurse.
Well, I don't know. I can subscribe to the logic. Like if you know you're only going to get 10, then he's that banged up. So then, he's more of a liability.
Yeah.
Like I can subscribe to it. Once again, not having any lick of information outside of what Demers is speculating on in terms of what he's dealing with.
Yeah. What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.